Hello everybody and welcome back to Project Oarai. Now before we actually get into the episode, there's a few things that I need to talk about. Basically what's going to be happening with Project Oarai, because as you'll have noticed there hasn't been a video for a while and there's been a few reasons for all that. I have actually been suffering from some quite severe fatal crashes and all that lovely good stuff. And not only that, I've been suffering from a game breaking problem, which isn't a bug or anything like that. It's kind of just me building, really. It is what it is, basically. There's nothing I can really do too much about it. And basically the problem I've been having after fixing all my crashes and other problems I've been having, I'm getting stuck in an endless saving loop. And the longest I've waited was 57 minutes. And I know I should have just waited the full hour to kind of round it out, but I stopped after 57 minutes and figured, hey, it's just not gonna, it's not going to do anything. Basically, I've built this stadium about, I'm going to say at least 7 to 6 times, at least, probably even more, to be quite honest. And every time I do it and I save it, it just doesn't save. And I ended up going digging online, trying to see if anyone else has had this problem. And everyone was basically saying that I've reached the size limit of my save game. So it doesn't matter what else I place down or do anything, it just won't save. Because I'm at the max limit that the save file can handle, or however they explained it with their really big fancy words and whatnot. So I'm left with, how do I finish the stadium? And I came up with the only choice that I had was to delete everything behind the city and carry on with the stadium. And I'll be honest, my save time before used to be around 10 to 15 minutes when I press save, which I've been suffering like that for months now. I thought it was totally normal because of how much I'd built. You know, it made sense to me. And I deleted everything back here, and it literally takes me about 2 minutes to save my game now. So yeah, I'm laughing because it's just wild to me. But that leaves me onto the really hard decision that I've got to kind of make, to be quite honest, which is, what do I do with Project Oarai? Because, okay, I've deleted everything that's behind the city. I can make the mountain a little bit higher so you can't see past there. And I've still got a separate save game of everything that was behind the city. So it doesn't really matter too much because I can always just load up that save and carry on cinematics for the backdrops and whatnot. You know, it all kind of like, I can just edit it together. You know, you wouldn't even see the transitions and whatnot. But I've been thinking, even with everything deleted back here, can I really finish this entire city and the docks and the airport and Universal Studios? I'll be honest, I kind of look at the state of, at the size of the nuclear power plant, and that's probably going to be the amount of PO work that's probably needed to do Universal Studios. So, okay, tick, I can do that. Kohan and Nunoshida can probably finish out the dock. But then I'm left with Odori and Suzuki and the hot springs. That's maybe enough to just kind of, you know, finish this top section, and then everything else is still open. And I don't think I have enough to finish the city, sadly. And I don't really want to start carrying on the city if it's only going to stop working. Like, let's say I do the dock, right? And then I move on to Universal Studios, and halfway through it just stops working again. Because a lot of work went into this dock. Like, if we look at the amount of PO work that went into it, if I press the button, like, it doesn't look like a lot, but when you zoom in, more of it loads in. You see, it's kind of like radius based. Like, if I zoom out, a lot of it will like disappear, and then when you zoom in, you see like all the PO work. It's crazy, and it's lagging right now because I've got my graphics set to max, just so you can see everything while I'm kind of flying about a little bit. But yeah, a lot of PO work went into this dock, and I don't want to waste my time because I've put a lot of time and effort into this. And as you all know, I didn't start Project Oarai to actually be a city. I just started it off because I was a village builder. I was a village and at most a town at a push. And that's all I ever built. You know, the nuclear power plant that I built was the first power plant I've actually ever built in the game. apart from the vanilla assets, just putting them down and calling it a day. The same for the dam, and the same for a few of the port towns. I've never really done anything to do with like water as much as well. I normally stayed away from it. So I've had a lot of like firsts while doing this YouTube channel, which I thought was really cool, and people seemed to enjoy it. And that was cool. And it wasn't until a lot of people were asking about the city that I figured, well, I suppose I could do a crack at a city. And I'll be honest, I've kind of maybe gone a little bit too far. Like my portions for some of the sections are just massively over the top. Like if I could pick stuff up and move stuff without my game crashing, I would probably cut this section off back here, bring it completely in. I'd probably pull this main town area and bring it over here and just cram it a little bit more, because I don't think it needs to be this size. It's a little bit over the top, you know. It's crazy. And then there's all down here to do as well. So unfortunately, I am going to be stopping Project Oarai after this episode. I am sorry for those of you who wanted to see, you know, Universal Studios and the airport and other places like that I'd mentioned, but I just can't put any more time into this, sorry, if I know that it's just gonna end up not saving again. So after this episode, I'm probably going to be taking a break for like a couple of weeks, just because I'm kind of a little bit down about it. I'm kind of a little bit good because I put a lot of time and effort into this, but it's my own fault. I now know the limit of like what I can do in the game before my save kind of, you know, spits its dummy out. So what I'm going to be doing kind of in the background while I take a break is I'm going to be flushing all my assets and mods and looking through, because I've got stuff that I just don't use. There's a lot of it. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking for a new map. And my idea is to basically, if I zoom out a little bit, I want to have, can I get a road up really quick, actually? It's so laggy right now. Just because it's showing everything. Let me see if I can get this up real quick. So I basically want a map that's got a huge mountain at the back, and it's just maybe like a straight line or something like that, or it's like, you know, wiggly and bendy and curvy, and then there's just an ocean at the bottom. And my idea is to build just a city. I'll probably do like a nuclear power plant, maybe a dam in the background of it, of the city, like looking down on it or something like that. And I plan on doing like what I did here. So, for example, like my new city, when I eventually get round to it, will be kind of like this. It'll be on multiple different levels, and then as we go further back, we'll actually hit like the city center, like somewhere back here. But basically what I'm trying to say is I've learned a lot from doing this city, and I feel I can make better on my second go around, because I basically want my new city to be as detailed as this place that I built. I want it to just be, okay, it's not going to be as large as Project Oarai, but it's going to be more dense and it's going to be more detailed, and it's just going to look a lot better, I feel like. And that is my goal for... I'm probably going to take like maybe a week or two, maybe after Christmas or something. I'll do like some updates on the YouTube community page. I'm not going to disappear, don't worry about anything like that. I'm just going to be taking some breaks while I'm sorting out like a map that I want to use, going through all my assets and all this lovely stuff. But yeah, that's basically my idea right now. I was super down about this at the time, which kind of sucked because I really didn't want to say goodbye to this save. I literally tried off camera moving stuff and tweaking stuff, but there's that much stuff that's made out of like PO, and it's kind of set in stone at certain angles, that to kind of pull all this stuff together without selecting it all and the game crashing or kicking out an error is just almost impossible. So, yeah. It is what it is, unfortunately. I do hope you all have enjoyed Project Oarai. and what you've seen of it. I'm going to see if I can get some cinematics together for it, kind of just showing off some of the areas that we've built, which will be kind of cool. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed Project Oarai, and I hope to see you all in the next project, or it might not even be a project. It might just be called something completely different. So I do hope you enjoy my last episode of Project Oarai, which we're going to be building this stadium over here. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, whenever that's going to be. So I hope you all take care. And like always, I'll see you all in the next one.